Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Basement Bros Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Ethan,
And I'm your host Elijah.
and we are back for another week of playoff coverage. How,
Yes,
how, how
sir.
was your week been, Brody?
It's been good, man. I can't complain. Just life moving,
Yeah,
man. How about you?
yeah. Coming down the final stretch of school, gotta
Yeah, well,
prepare
same.
for. Yeah. Coming down the final stretch, so gotta, quizzes and exams coming up. So, but we gonna knock them out.
Yeah, we
We
gonna
gonna knock
knock
them
them
out.
out.
All right, y'all. For anybody that wants to start a podcast and doesn't know where to start, make sure you check out an app like Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will help you distribute your podcast to other platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So make sure you download the free Anchor app and go to anchor.fm to get started today. Yeah. But how you been feeling about playoff basketball so far? I know it's been game ones and games twos, but how you feel about basketball so far?
So far, so good. I mean, it's been a lot of
Yeah.
good games. I mean, there's clearly series where one team is way better than the other,
Yeah.
uh, and there's series where the best series where it's like it's a game. I guess Phoenix is somewhere in between because of the Devin Booker injury.
Yeah.
But besides that, I mean, it's been pretty consistent with what I thought it would be coming into it. I think.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I didn't anticipate the Pelicans getting a game on the Suns, but then again, Booker got injured and he was
I mean, they were
cooking
winning
last night.
when
He was cooking last night.
he was, but they were winning when he got injured.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah. I mean, shout out to the
Because
Pelicans.
he was cook, yeah, he was cooking, but Brandon Ingram was cooking too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I mean, I still think the Suns are going to beat them. Um,
Same.
but
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. It looked like he suffered a serious injury, so I don't know how long he's gonna be out.
Yeah, the Devin Booker getting injured and missing time is definitely going to shake up the playoffs and
Yeah,
shake up the
especially because
West.
at least Devin Booker doesn't really have injury history. He got injured earlier this season, but he doesn't really have a history of injury. But Chris Paul is known for getting injured. So if Chris Paul and Devin Booker goes down, it's over.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
facts.
um, yeah, but we'll see. I mean, that team has really good depth. Chris Paul is like a second coach,
Yeah.
so they'll figure something out. I don't think Brandon Ingram's going for what he went for the first time.
Yeah, I agree. Let's touch back on our playoff predictions, our playoff brackets before the season started. So, made a graphic. This is mine. Obviously, Clippers didn't make the playoffs and the Cavs didn't make the playoffs,
Right.
which is real surprising to me. But you know, like I said, if Devin Booker's injured, the Suns, and if Devin Booker's injured for a long time and Luca comes back, I don't know, man. I got the Mavs beating the Suns, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. If Devin Booker come back, yeah, it's looking slow. I think he's
Yeah,
gonna force it back though. He's gonna force it back.
yeah,
I don't
kind of
know if
has to.
I don't know if he's gonna be 100, but he's a jump shooter, so he doesn't take too much out of his game. I mean, it does take. He plays defense. He does play defense, so um,
Hmm.
that might mess him up a little bit, but we'll see. I mean, the thing about the Suns is that they're really actually a deep team. They have really good depth. Like they have there's a good amount of players on your team that can go for like 25-ish.
Right.
You know what I mean? They have a good like any player on any given night on their team, if they like want to, could score, could go off, and they can make shots. A lot of their players can make tough shots, and they all
Hmm.
defend. So,
Right.
but I mean, I do think if they go into that series without Book, that's a tough one.
It's very tough, very tough. Um, Not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty good about my playoff predictions right now. I don't think anything has made me jump off shift with anything right now. No, the Grizzlies getting a real huge bounce back win, keeps me confident that the Grizzlies are going to beat the Timberwolves. But they
Mm-hmm.
had a little scared the first game because the Timberwolves came out. They came out really aggressive, and then Memphis came back and showed why they actually are the 2 seed. So
Right.
so we're gonna switch over to yours. Is there anything that you change, or are you feeling really rocky? You want to jump ship? This is your opportunity to switch takes.
Hey man, listen, I got the playing games. I got both the playing games, so I'm good there. I got um the Heat are gonna win. The Sixers are gonna win. Bucks are gonna win. I still got the Celtics winning.
Okay, okay,
I still got the Celtics winning their series. I just think Steve Nash is going to be outcoached.
right,
Um,
okay,
and I mean, I still got the Suns. Yeah, everything is looking good. Everything's okay. Honestly,
okay,
did you have
okay.
Yeah, you didn't have the Jazz winning, right? No, you had the Jazz losing, right?
I had the Jazz
Oh,
losing. Yeah.
actually, no, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. The Nuggets are getting swept.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Nuggets are definitely getting swept. Oh my god, the Warriors look insane. The Warriors look insane. Like the Warriors look like old Warriors. I mean, I still think a healthy Suns team would have beat them, but I don't know if a healthy Suns team is an option right now. So I
I
don't know.
mean, we going like the Warriors are looking mad unstoppable right now,
Yeah,
and Jokic looks like he's I don't know. He does not look in MVP shape. He looks like he's by himself out there. He looks frustrated, and the Warriors can score in bunches, bro. This is the one thing I will say about not having an athletic big on your team and having to play with a center that's not really mobile. You can't get out on shooters. It's hard to guard, especially with the Warriors. They have literally everybody on their team can shoot. Everybody can stretch the floor. Everybody is athletic. Everybody can run. So it's right now. I don't. It's the Warriors are looking very tough for a lot of teams, especially
I
teams
mean,
with big centers.
I know I killed Jokic last time with the MVP votes, but I mean, I think there is a case to say like I think this kind of, for me at least, I think this series kind of strengthens his MVP voting. And I'm tell you why. I think that he has the worst supporting cast in the playoffs, like easily. He has nobodies on his team. He has literally the worst supporting cast. I literally think, um, yeah. I mean, honestly, I think Brandon Ingram has a better supporting cast. At least he got CJ McCollum.
Wow. What about Atlanta?
Atlanta. I mean, they're young, but I think I take Atlanta's core. Yeah, I definitely take Atlanta's core over Denver. Denver's core. Who does Denver have? They have a whole bunch of like it's like Jokic and a whole bunch of like six men. It's a whole bunch
Yeah,
of guys who will be great off the bench for your
yeah,
team, and they're all starting, and then Jokic is there. So like, of course he's gonna get swept. Um, I mean, to me, it's actually a miracle that he actually made it to playoffs. Honestly, I mean, I still don't think he's MVP, but I think it kind of strengthens his MVP a little bit because the team is terrible. I mean, they're just outmatched. I mean, they're not terrible, but they have no type of star power. They don't really have that many guys that can create their own shot. Um, Everything kind of has to go through Jokic, so
yeah,
they're just outmatched in that series.
yeah. I mean, I think it's just really tough that he's been playing without Jamal Murray for so long. He's been playing without MPJ's always injured.
Always.
There's always something going on with him. So you definitely feel for Jokic. I mean, it's an accomplishment to drag your team to the sixth spot, drag your team to a playoff spot
Right.
when it's virtually, you're doing everything. So I mean, by technical terms, he is the most valuable player. My thing is with the award is just that they always switch the definition of most valuable, because some years it's the best player on the best team, and then some players it's it's instances like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's hard to gauge sometimes.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I
Yeah.
agree.
All right, let's talk about the game that's actually going on right now as we speak. Boston, Boston and Brooklyn are playing again. Kyrie, KD versus Brown and Tatum. What did you think about the first game? I thought the first game was incredible. I thought it was the best game of the playoffs by
So
like so far.
I actually missed the first game, which I was kind of like sick about. But
Yeah.
I saw the last play. Like, so literally my friend was like, "Yo, are y'all watching the Nets Celtics game?" I was like, "No, I'm not." And then they're like, "Yo," all in the chat, and then that's literally like, so like a second after it happened, then you get the whole Bleacher Report thing, and you rewatch the play. So I missed the whole
Yeah.
game, but
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching this game. And I mean, I think the Celtics are just a better overall team. Team including the coach, because I mean, again, I don't think that Steve Nash is the best coach. Um, he just doesn't have experience coaching situationally. I don't think he's the best. Um, yeah, I think they have a advantage in this series. I mean, of course, they have the great equalizer, Kevin Durant. So
Okay.
the great equalizer.
Yeah.
So I mean, at any point he could go crazy. Um, but I mean, I think the Celtics have a lot of guys that can put the ball in the basket too. So we'll see.
I'll just go with the better duo. That's why I picked the Nets. I think KD and Kyrie can score when they're both on. They're unstoppable. That's the only problem though. Like I think that's the number one problem. This disadvantage that they have. The Celtics have a more solid supporting cast. They have a more solid core than Brooklyn. They
Yeah, they're
rely
way
more
deeper,
on. Yeah,
much
they're
deeper.
way deeper. They play much better defense, and
Yeah,
they're less reliant on Tatum and Brown than Brooklyn is on KD and Kyrie. But
100%.
I still think that the Brooklyn Nets can beat this team, and I'm really hoping, because I really need to see the Nets and Bucks part two. I have
Man, I'm hoping Book comes back. I know this is kind of a tangent, but I hope Book comes back because it just
Nah,
messes
me
up
too.
the
Yeah,
whole. It messes up the whole playoffs if he's injured. I need to see that Warrior Sun series.
yeah,
That
for
needs to
sure.
happen. That
Yeah,
needs to happen. That is gonna be Nets Bucks worthy.
I think that's prime time playoff basketball. I
That
think
is
that
gonna be one of the best series ever
yeah, for
if that
sure.
happens. Like,
I think Devin Booker's going to come back though. I mean, I don't know how serious the hamstring was, but it might nag him for a little bit. I wouldn't play him next game though. Probably like
man,
the
you know
next two
what
games.
happened with KD? KD had a hamstring. KD had the hamstring in the finals, and then it turned to an Achilles. So,
Nah, it was a calf. It was a calf. Different,
oh,
different.
isn't that what? Yeah, is it, isn't that the same thing?
Hamstring is up here by your like
Let me see,
up.
Devin Booker. I thought he had the same injury as KD.
Now
Oh,
that was
yes.
Luca. Luca has the calf. Luca has the calf.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So I think Devin Booker coming back. I agree. I
He
think
said
Devin
he's
Booker.
likely to miss games 3 and 4, so he's missing 2 games.
Yeah, that means I think he's more injured than that. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's more injured than two
Yeah, for
games.
sure.
Yeah, I might have to see him for like
They just think that they can beat them
yeah,
without. I think they want to gauge whether they can beat them without him. And I think they can.
yeah.
Um, but
You need guys to step up. You need guys to definitely. You need Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder need to hit some shots because I'm not. They didn't really play. Not everybody else, but Devin Booker. They didn't play a great game. They didn't
Yeah,
play a
right,
great
right,
team game. It was more Devin Booker taking over, and they
right,
were hanging in with the Pelicans due to him. So if
right,
they
right,
can
right,
get back to playing their regular Suns basketball, I think they'll be fine.
right, right.
Yeah. So it's tough, man. It's tough, man. Let's talk about let's talk about Swati's team. His guy's not there, but
Mhm.
it looked like they don't need him. It looks like the Mavs don't need Luka to beat the Jazz. What do you think?
Jay Brunson, boy. I told Jay
Yeah.
Brunson, yo, I saw him in person, man. He was cooking. Yo, he's so
Yeah.
nice at basketball. It's crazy. Um, like, yeah, he's a bucket. I mean, the Jazz are who we thought they were. Um, I think they're gonna have to blow it up this season. But I think they messed up by not winning that second game.
Right.
But I
I
mean,
I definitely think the
I
pressure's
think
on.
Luka's coming back next game,
Really?
and yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he's coming back next game. Let me see.
Wow, wow, wow. I don't think losing would be bad for them. I think they need to get either like blow the whole thing up. I probably wouldn't do that, but I would trade Gobert. I don't think they need Gobert anymore. Like I get it. All right, I get it. He's a defensive player of the game, and like
Right,
probably the best defensive center in the league, but I just feel like when you're going against teams that can shoot, having a big guy that's a stifling big guy that's not really that mobile, can't get out in the perimeter fast, or like can't really guard the perimeter. You need more athletic bigs. You don't really
right, right.
need shot block. You don't need a 7-foot shot blocker in the NBA right now anymore. Like I think that era is over. So I think Rudy Gobert hurts them when they have teams like the Mavericks, or if they go against the Warriors or the Suns, they're going to get beat because they can't guard the perimeter. They're just going to
Right, right.
expose Gobert. So I would trade you. I would trade Utah. I would trade Rudy Gobert. Get maybe a more athletic center, maybe some wings, maybe another guard that can score. I don't know, but I think you got to trade him.
Nah, yeah. I mean, I think I agree. Maybe Rudy Gobert has to go. People are saying that they. I mean, I feel like Knicks fans say this every year, but they're saying that he might go to the Knicks.
Rudy
Donovan,
Gobert. Oh, okay, okay.
Donovan
Oh,
Mitchell
okay.
might go to the Knicks, but I mean, I can't see them giving up Donovan Mitchell. I mean, I'd much
Yeah.
rather restart a team around Donovan Mitchell than Rudy Gobert.
Facts,
I
facts.
think Rudy Gobert could probably help a team.
Yeah.
Um, like the Warriors or somebody that needs a big. Like I feel like he could be a good addition for them.
Yeah.
Or like there's teams there where he'd be useful. I just
Right.
think that I mean while Donovan Mitchell is a star and Donovan Mitchell gets his buckets, he's still not take over.
Right.
I will my team to victory good that he
I
can have
agree.
a second player, his second best player be a center that isn't a scoring center.
I agree.
He's
Yeah.
not good enough that he can just take the team, carry the team on his back. I mean, granted, he did do it against the Nuggets, but again, the Nuggets are a group of 6 men that like a 6 men and kind of role players, with the exception of I guess Murray and Jokic.
Right.
And most of the time, most of the time, Jamal Murray plays like he plays well, but his game is very inconsistent. So he just, I mean, in the playoffs he shows up, but like throughout the season, he has very inconsistent games. So um, it should be interesting to see what happens to the Jazz because I definitely got the Mavs winning regardless of what happened. And I just looked it up and they said they're very optimistic that Luka's playing in Game 3. So
Wow. Yeah, they dropped it. They dropped it. They dropped the game. It's crazy. I
crazy.
mean, I don't think I think Utah's just in this weird limbo space where it's hard for them to move out. It's hard for them to get big stars there. They have to draft, but they're never bad enough to get like a high draft pick. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So it's
right.
like they're just in this weird space where they're not good enough and they'll never be good enough, really. So, maybe, get rid of Gobert for some picks, or I don't know. Because I don't think Rudy Gobert gets you a superstar. So, he'll get you some role players. So
I mean, yeah, he definitely doesn't get you a superstar, but I think they'll want a superstar. I mean, you already know how these things go. They'll fish, and there'll be one team out there that gives up way too much. Like the Kings are always, the Kings are always liable for a terrible trade. They said the
yeah.
Pacers are still trying to blow it up.
Hmm.
There's teams out there that'll make a dumb trade. You can bank
If
on it, bro.
if you can get Sabonis to Utah, maybe not really. No, never mind. I don't know who Utah should get. I feel like Utah, they're in a really tough spot. It's not really looking too good for Utah right now. But hey, man,
Yeah,
Luca's coming back,
Luka is
so that's
coming
all that
back.
matters. Yeah, yeah. But man, let's talk quickly about a report that you sent to me. Uh, we're transitioning to football, the NFL,
Ooh,
and
NFL news.
Debo Samuel reportedly is looking to move off the 49ers because he wants to be the most paid, the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. And the 49ers are like, I can't really do that for you, big bro. And he's like, nah, I gotta
Excellent.
go. And
Excellent.
from the report that you gave me, the Eagles are the front runners. So as an Eagles fan,
Excellent.
tell me what was the first thing that popped in your mind?
First of all, Debo Samuel is like my favorite non-Eagle in the league. Like, well, probably Lamar. It's probably like Lamar Jackson, probably. But then it's
Mm,
between Lamar Jackson and Debo Samuels. Like, I was actively rooting for the 49ers like last season. And it's because of Debo Samuels, because he's amazing. Like, I started
mm.
following him on Twitter. That's how much of a fan of Debo Samuels. Like,
All right,
I don't even think he really be tweet. He be tweeting a whole bunch of motivational things, but I don't even care. Like, it's just like I did this before this whole thing,
that's your
so
guy. That's your
yeah,
guy.
that's my
Yeah.
guy. So it's like Debo Samuel coming to the Eagles. That's crazy.
Now look,
That's
I don't want to poop
crazy.
on your parade, but it was just a report. This ain't real news.
I'm just saying, if it happens, man, Super Bowl. Can you say Super Bowl? Can you say it with me? Super Bowl. Come on, say it with me.
I'm not saying
No,
it with you, bro.
okay, all right. Your
Nah,
haters gonna
look,
hate.
because y'all not going to the Super Bowl.
Come
Debo
on, bro.
Samuel does not make y'all a Super Bowl contender.
Listen. We will have listen. Our receiving core is gonna be crazy, bro. Like, I mean, we don't have no like OD. Like, I think that Smith is. I think that Smith has
He's
the potential.
emerging. He's emerging.
Yeah, I think he has the potential to be one of the best receivers in the league. Like,
He's emerging. Yeah.
I mean, of course, we don't have the best. Obviously, we don't have the best quarterback. We don't have the best quarterback, so we haven't seen the full extent to what his route running will do. But if you look throughout the season, like there was like clips of like throughout the season that like he was he was destroying his competition. Like the cornerbacks, he was open, like cooking them. Like, you know what I mean? I
Right.
feel like if we had a better quarterback, or if Jalen Hurts like read defenses quicker,
Right.
and had a faster release, like he could have had even a crazier year. I mean, Pascal is cool, you know what I mean, but he's familiar with Nick Sirianni's system, and then you
Yeah.
add Debo in there, and Debo can let them know about. Debo can put them on to that run scheme that was running in. Woo! You know, we already led the league in rushing.
Yeah.
Woo! Boy. Hey, listen, man. Listen, man. I mean, the only thing that I'm kind of weary of is ain't no way we're making him the highest paid person. Maybe, but I don't think the Eagles typically are pretty cap smart.
Yeah,
So
I don't think y'all would be the type of team to do that.
that way nothing in our
That's more of a team that's struggling. Like that's why like I can see Debo leaving and going to a bad team because a bad team would pay him.
yeah. So I don't know. I feel like Debo kind of wants to win too. I mean, I hope he doesn't think. I mean, maybe that's what he thinks. He thinks if he tests the market, he'll go to. I mean, maybe like I can see maybe if I don't know what Jacksonville's cap space is looking like, but in terms of a fit of like a player that will work for them. And even though they were bad last year, I think they won't be as even close to as bad as teams
Nah,
thought.
they'll be better. They'll
Like
be better.
I think that could be a favorable destination for him. It's warm weather. You play in Florida.
Yeah.
You got a Super Bowl winning coach. You got a quarterback.
Yeah,
Like
and Doug Peterson, I'm not like, despite how it ended, he's a pretty good coach.
yeah, he's a great coach.
Yeah,
He's a
he's
good
a
coach.
really good coach.
I mean, so he's. I mean, that's the thing. With the whole Carson Wentz thing, I really don't know if he was coaching badly or if Carson Wentz was just doing what he wanted to. And I mean,
right.
all reports point to Carson Wentz was just doing what he wanted to. Because I was frustrated with Doug Peterson towards the end, but like it seems as though from like reports that Carson Wentz was just all right. That play, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna run the ball. I'm gonna run the ball. I'm gonna hold the ball and run it the last second. Like, so I mean, I hope it works out. I like Doug Peterson. You know, he gave my city a Super Bowl. So
yeah. I mean, it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see where Debo will go. I don't think he's going to the Eagles. I don't think y'all will pay him that much money.
I mean, yeah, if he's looking to be the number one guy.
You think she should? Hey, rightfully so. I mean, he did a lot for the 49ers.
Yeah.
I mean, one would say he was the 49ers offense.
Yeah, he was.
Especially in that Packers game, in that Cowboys game.
And at one point,
well.
wasn't Jimmy Garoppolo the number one quarterback? Paying wise, I thought when his first contract wasn't he when he got his contract, he was the highest paid, right? Jimmy Garoppolo.
Debo? Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, I think so.
Yeah, I think
they paid him a lot of money.
I think he did more than Jimmy. He was more important to that team than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, but Jimmy's a QB. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different. I mean, I understand though.
That's his logic. He was doing more than Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo was missing games. While Jimmy Garoppolo was out, he was playing running back. He's a wide receiver.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not saying that he don't deserve his money. I'm just saying
certain about being a running back is that every possession you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
You're going to get hit. Like
either blocking or tackling.
Every possession you're going to get hit. Like wide receivers can run their route and just go back to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
But he was playing receiver. He was playing running back. Like he was getting hit more than his position is supposed to be getting hit. So I get why he wanted the money. And he was just everything he was doing with our team was positive. He was getting mad yardage, touchdowns. Like he's legit, man. I love Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, he's that guy. He's that guy for real.
If I had to, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if I would pay him that. Just because, you know, but it doesn't seem like they have a cap in the NFL. Look, the Rams get everybody. And they get everybody at like market price. I don't know how they're paying these dudes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if the 49ers paid him. I don't know what the logic is, what they're waiting. Because I feel like they're in win now mode. Like they're a Super Bowl team. If Trey Lance,
they have a quarterback that's on a rookie contract.
Yeah, if they can, I don't know if they're confident in Trey Lance, but if Trey Lance can be at least a percentage, I mean, at least a little bit better than Jimmy G, there's no reason why they can't be in at least the championship round.
Yeah,
you know, if not the Super Bowl,
especially in the NFC.
I would pay Debo, but I mean, maybe they don't want to be locked in with that contract with him. You know, knowing that he does running back duties, his body could break down.
He doesn't really get injured though.
No, I'm saying, but he does running back. He has running back duties. You know how running backs, you know, they break down after a couple hits, they break down. So, you know, they're probably worried about that maybe. But I don't know. And I hope Debo get his money, bro. I don't think it's coming from a good team though. So
yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah. But man, we what anything else you want to touch on sports wise? NBA, NFL?
I will say it's kind of surprising. I thought the Heat series would be a little bit closer.
Oh no. It's just
Trae Young. I guess I underestimated the talent on the Hawks because I mean I think the Hawks have talent. I do think they have talent.
Yeah.
Like top down, I think they're a pretty good team. But I mean the man, the Heat just play so much more aggressive than them. Like I was just watching every time they would have the ball, like just holding the ball.
You
The
got
Heat
press up
players would
on
shoot
them.
it from them,
Yeah,
literally just pop it out their hand and like get the ball off them, like and
yeah,
score. Like the Heat are just like it's like men amongst boys. Like in
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
series, it looks like they're just the OGs, and the Hawks just look like they look like a first round exit team, honestly,
That,
and which is
it makes
kind of
sense.
surprising because I thought they would come. I thought they would come, kind of dragging a little bit, like what I'm saying, come out like swinging a little bit, especially the way they were last season. But I mean, I don't know. I guess going back to my picks, the way the Heat are beating on them has me thinking that like I don't know if the Sixers can beat the Heat.
You picked them to beat the Heat, and you picked the Heat to beat the Sixers.
Oh, okay, then good. Good. Right? I did,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Let's see,
Pull
let's
it up.
see, let's see. Elijah's playoff. Yep, you
Yeah,
got the
okay,
Bucks
cool,
and
cool.
Heat
I
in
was in
the
my right
Eastern
mind.
Conference.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I was in my right mind. Cause yeah,
I got see now me. I picked the Sixers to beat the Heat. Now
yeah. I
I
don't
don't
know.
believe that anymore.
Yeah,
The
I
way
don't know.
James Harden is playing, he's not playing well, and they're playing against the Raptors. Imagine when they're playing the Heat. Jimmy
Right.
Butler, you got Jimmy Butler to worry about. You got PJ Tucker to worry about. Got Victor Oladipo to worry about. They have a lot of people they can throw at James Harden and
And James
Maxey.
Harden's not even playing well. He hasn't
Exactly.
played. He hasn't played well in game 1 or game 2. So
And Jimmy just dropped 45.
yeah,
So you know, like I don't know, man.
I don't know. But hey, man, Maxi waking up though.
Oh yeah, yeah, he nice. Yeah,
Maxi turned,
yeah, yeah.
and he
Maxie's
plays defense.
tough.
He plays good defense. And
Maxie's
the
tough.
thing is, right now they don't have Thibault because of he didn't take his second vaccine shot, so he can't
Mm,
go into Canada.
mm.
So, but they'll have Thibault for if Tobias Harris and Maxi play like how they've been playing against Toronto,
Yeah,
they're a squad. They're a squad. But I just think overall, roster wise, the Heat are deeper.
yeah, for real, for real, for
And
real.
I think they have better coaching. So
Yeah, yeah. That's what happens when a aggressive, physical team goes against I guess, a less talented finesse team.
yeah, 100%.
So yeah,
Another thing we gotta talk about, man, that Grizzlies. Well, the game 1 at least. Grizzly Minnesota's game,
it was incredible.
incredible. They
Yeah,
was running, they was lightning fast up. I mean, I think the refs kind of messed up this last game. I think it
yeah,
should have been much closer, but the refs were calling everything, man. Like
yeah,
it was annoying. Like they just kept slowing the game down, stopping the game. Like you gotta let these two teams play, bro. I feel like the game would have been way closer if they just let them play.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
this series, they play so fast. They're both the one and two, number 1 and number 2 offenses in the league. Like I think they're both like top 5, like defensively. Like this series is fire, but
yeah,
they
yeah.
put it on they put it on like NBA TV, like because nobody really watches these two teams. You know what I mean?
They tripping, but
But,
I think that is probably the second best series. I think the
yeah,
2-7 series in both conferences is the best series in the
yeah,
playoffs
easily,
because
easily,
they're the most even.
easily,
I
easily.
really like Anthony Edwards, bro. Like he went
Yeah,
off in the first game. He's
yeah.
tough.
He was forcing in the second game too. He had a bad second game, but
I
like
mean, I like that. I mean, I like how aggressive he plays. Like
yeah,
he wants to dominate. He wants to score. I
yeah.
like players that are like that.
You could tell the other players respect him. Like you could
Yeah.
tell because he's a big dude. He's
He's
big.
huge.
So
He's
I
a
feel like
real 6'5",
like
real
you can tell like they'll
yeah.
be like the Grizzlies are like a very aggressive team already, and I think Pat Bev like kind of injected that into the Timberwolves. But like so they'll start jarring back and forth between teams, but they don't do that with Ant.
Nah.
Ant don't jar back and forth because he's huge. Like, I feel like if Ant goes to war, he's probably a scary dude. You know what I mean? But he's like
And be talking. He be talking. He
yeah,
talk too.
he talk. Yeah, he
Yeah.
talks. So I mean, I love watching that series. I'm gonna make sure I catch every game of that series for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I had to
I
turn
think
the game off yesterday because the fouls. I mean, it was getting out of hand towards the end, but
for
like
sure.
it was up until like halftime. It was a really close game, but like everything they were calling every foul on Minnesota. I feel like I don't know, the refs looked like they was trying to just get a 1-1 series.
They trying to get some more. They trying to get some more game on for the commissioner. He told them extend every series.
Yeah, they gotta let Pat Bev play, man. Pat Bev being a villain is good TV. Adam Silver,
especially when he's guarding Ja.
Yes, bro. Adam Silver needs to call. As long as he's not injuring anybody, they need to just let him play aggressively because that's good TV.
Yeah,
it's great. That first game. I mean, I didn't see the Nets Celtics game, so maybe the Nets Celtics game was much better. But
it was good.
That was the best game I watched in the first round. The first Memphis and that was the best game I watched.
Yeah, I would say that was second to game one. Game one of Celtics Nets was really good.
Really good. I can imagine.
Really good, really great game. Yeah. It was like down to the wire. That last play in real time was OC.
Yeah.
The pass to Tatum, that joint was wild.
I mean, that's how it didn't come down to a last minute shot, but that's how the Memphis Minnesota game was. Minnesota had a lead a little bit early, but then Memphis came back and it was just going back.
It was back and forth. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. That game was good too. Yeah,
good game.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all I got for you.
All right, man. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys follow the socials down here. EEBBSP at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you follow our Nimbus Network YouTube channel. Like I said, there's a new show on the channel, the TV Book Club. Make sure you tune in. They're covering Atlanta and Snowfall.
Yes, sir.
The new seasons of Atlanta and Snowfall. So if you're tuning in with that, tune in and hear some perspective. It's a good show.
Yeah, you should. You should. It's actually really, really good. So, and Snowfall season finale tonight.
Yeah.
And Atlanta's still going, but tune in.
Yeah. Are they going to do any of them watch Winning Time? The Lakers dynasty?
Yeah, that's on the board. I mean, it's kind of far in the season, but I mean, they definitely been talking. They've been thinking about shows after Snowfall, so I think that's definitely probably one of the things on the board.
Okay, yeah. I would say, well, not I was just a suggestion, but maybe talk when the finale comes on. Y'all talk about the entire
whole
season.
thing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Do like a one-off episode.
Yeah,
but I mean, hey, I tune in. That show, Winning Time, that show is really good.
Yeah,
that show is good.
Amazing.
Yeah, but thank you guys for listening. We out of here. We'll see y'all next week.
Get it.